Meet Dr. Eric Coomer. He's an executive at Dominion Voting Software, and he's an Antifa activist. Here he is admitting Dominion do not update their software to protect against voter fraud.
Yeah, Dr. Coomer, Eric Coomer from Dominion. Yeah, I mean, I can say that we are constantly assessing different threat models against all of our systems that we have fielded throughout the U.S. and internationally as well. You know, due to the certification environment that we are in, no, we are not allowed to do routine updates without having to go through a recertification effort, but we do routinely give guidance on how to best secure systems, and also going back again to the final mitigation against all of this is a robust auditing and canvassing process, which all of our jurisdictions have.
If you go to Dominion Voting Systems Lead Candy, you will not find any mention of Eric Coomer in their executive list. That's because they're currently covering up and trying to hide the fact that Eric Coomer worked for them. But some people archived this information, and you could see here, Eric Coomer is the Director for Product Strategy at Dominion Voting Systems. Also, here he is on Zoom Info, the Security Director and Product Strategy at Dominion Voting Systems. Here's what we know about Eric Coomer. Eric Coomer has been removed from the Dominion Voting Systems employees on Lead Candy. Dr. Eric Coomer and Dominion are scrubbing the internet. The problem is we already have a file with all of it. Joe Altman had his Twitter account suspended for sharing this information with us. Among the information he released was this. Meet Eric Coomer, Director of Product Security for Dominion Voting Systems, the company responsible for the software used in most states in the 2020 election. Here is Eric Coomer on Facebook offering a statement on behalf of Antifa. On June 2nd, he wrote this. In case you didn't know, Antifa has made a statement. To all media, public statement from Antifa in response to the threats issued by United States President Donald J. Trump. He goes on to write a 4-page memo on behalf of Antifa. Again, this is an executive at Dominion Voting Systems that has power over our elections. An Antifa activist. Here's the same Eric Coomer explaining how worthy individuals will be given complete access to manipulate their voting software. He indicated they do it for marketing reasons. I am completely shocked to hear this and will write more later on this piece of information. Dr. Coomer also mentioned that vendors, election officials, and deemed worthy are empowered to bypass the election system software and go directly to the data tables that manage systems during the election. This makes it extremely easy for election officials to commit election fraud if they could simply bypass the software and change whatever votes they want. On top of that, the Clinton Global Initiative gave Dominion Software $2,250,000 through the DeLeon Project. On top of that, Antifa activist Dr. Eric Coomer made this declaration in Georgia court 1 year ago today. My name is Dr. Eric Coomer. I am over 21 years old. I am under no legal disability, which would prevent me from giving this declaration. If called to testify, I would testify under oath to these facts. I am Director of Product Strategy and Security for Dominion Voting Systems. I was previously the Vice President of U.S. Engineering for Dominion, and prior to that, I was Vice President of Research and Development for Sequoia Voting Systems. I have been in product development for election systems since 2005. An Antifa activist has been in product development for our voting systems for 15 years. Georgia is implementing a voting solution developed by Dominion for its elections. Specifically, Georgia has purchased Dominion Democracy Suite for use in its elections. Democracy Suite includes ImageCast X ballot marking devices which operate with a printer to produce a paper ballot and image cast precinct polling place scanners, which are optical scanners which allow ballots to be scanned and tabulated. So this man developed a software that allows ballots to be switched from Trump to Joe Biden. Here is his name on a patent for ballot adjudication and voting systems utilizing ballot images. You could see Eric Coomer among the inventors here. I don't know how much damage this man has done to the US elections over the past 15 years, but one thing is for sure, an Antifa activist should not be in charge of our voting systems or the software that goes into them.